Welcome to the 25 Days of Christmas Home Tours series here at Living It Country. We have a jam-packed schedule full of stunning home tours for this Christmas season for you all to enjoy. And I've made a huge playlist so you all can have hours and hours and hours worth of home tours on your television while you get things done this Christmas season. I can't wait to share with you all whose home tour we're sharing today. So without further ado, let's get started. Today we are visiting Kim over at Pine Bend Home. This is Kim's third time here on our channel sharing her beautiful home tour. She shared 2 for fall and this is her first Christmas season, and I can't wait for you all to get super inspired by Kim today. Let's give her a big hello in the comments down below. Let me know your favorite part and let's get started.
Hey friends, it's Kim from Pine Bend Home. Thank you so much for having me back again. I am so excited to give y'all a tour of my home decorated for winter and Christmas. Thank you, Holly, for reaching out and having me again. Unfortunately, I'm coming to you guys on crutches. I took a really bad fall down the stairs, actually carrying Christmas decorations down from the attic. I am in a cast and I have fractured my foot, torn some tendons. So hopefully you guys will give me some grace on my video skills on this tour, and the outside is not going to be so elaborate of a tour as it's hard to hobble around out here. I wanted to start off this tour by just showing you a little bit of what I've done out here on the porch. Usually I've decorated the home in traditional red, white, and green. You're going to see on the tour that I've changed it up a bit this year. I wanted to make it more reflective of my personality. I've always kind of done the traditional decor for my kids. I wanted something more rustic, more with a winter feel, but I did keep the traditional feeling outside with the red and the green. I've got some Christmas lights hung from the porch. I keep it pretty simple just because there's only so much that I can do myself. But here's a view of the front porch, and that's all I'm going to be able to do today as it's hard to hobble along. But I'm excited to welcome you inside and start this tour. All right, everybody, let's get the tour started. We're gonna walk through the front door, and here is where you see one of my Christmas trees. I do have 2 trees set up in the home. This one in front of you, is the one I like to consider my tree. I like to spend a night by myself, listening to Christmas music, decorating the tree. I kind of change up the style and the ornaments each year. I have moved this year for the first time from a traditional red, white, and green aesthetic to, I really wanted to capture a winter feel this year. I wanted to scale back. I wanted to simplify things. And this is the tree that all of my kids know is Mommy's tree, and I really enjoy decorating it myself. This tree is a pre-lit tree from Balsam. I have enjoyed having it. I've had it for several years now, and it really makes quite an impact when you walk through the entryway. I have an open 2-story opening going upstairs, and so this is a 9.5-foot tree, and it fills up the space nicely when you walk in through the front door. And I have garland draped all the way up the stairs. Again, for those who are new here, upstairs is all of my children's rooms. And then I have a bonus room that I call my sewing room, although I should call it the watercolor room because it's where I paint now. The 2-story entry is where I have my family portrait moment. And I have these black and white canvases and 30 by 30 that take up quite a bit of the wall space. But I love the natural feel of the garland going up the stairs. And I've just tied off each corner with some golden velvet ribbon. These stairs are hand-scraped knotty alder, and each stair tread was custom made and has such wonderful detailing in each one of the treads. And I like the rustic feel of the stairs combined with the modern element of the stair railing, which is also something that I designed after our home flooded from Hurricane Harvey in 2017. One of my favorite elements of the house are these antique corbels, and you can see that I have them throughout the home. I got these in Round Top one year, many years ago on one of my very first trips to Round Top, and I love the character that they add. And through the front entryway, you'll walk into the living room. Again, carrying the winter theme throughout. It took several layers of garland to create a fullness on the mantle. And then adding some white for brightness, depth, and then just stringing some garland underneath the mantle. Waited a very long time. I ordered these chairs from Pottery Barn back in October. I used to have some recliners in here, and I wanted to scale back. The room is very narrow, it's long, and I thought the scale of these chairs fit better in here. I love that they swivel. The kids can turn around to watch TV. And also a new coffee table. The coffee table I had in here before, while I loved, was a large square ottoman, and this rectangular shape I feel like lends itself to a more cohesive layout to the living room. And then I just have ottomans sprinkled around so that when you turn the chairs around, you can easily prop your feet up. Through this door right here is my bedroom, which we will be taking a tour of later. But here you can kind of see how the first floor flows. The narrowness of the room has created some challenges. but I used this sofa table behind the couch to create another seating area that faces the kitchen, so that while I'm in the kitchen cooking, guests can sit there and I can interact. We can chat. I have this table set up right here that is great for the kids to do crafts. Usually my daughters will paint here, and then it's a great place for overflow when we have a lot of people over, so it provides a great opportunity for some extra seats to eat at. Once you walk in through the front door, around the tree, near the staircase, you will see this sweet little moment with this built-in nook, a shiplap wall, this little bench. Behind the shiplap wall used to be a doorway to a 6th bedroom that I didn't need on this floor. And I actually closed this up, and my closet is now what that 6th bedroom used to be. I love this sweet moment every time I walk into the front door because of this hall tree mirror. It is one of my favorite antiques in the house because it was given to me by somebody very special. And that is what I truly love about antiques the most, how they are passed down, whether it's from one generation to another, or for someone who knows just how much you appreciate and love the history and meaning behind an antique, a piece of furniture. It's incredibly special to me, the fact that now it resides in my home. It's where I hang my hats that I wear to Round Top, which is a very special place to me. So it was fitting that it found its way home to me. And it's as if this nook was always created for this moment. I adore it, and it sparks so much joy every time I walk through the front door. And then right around the corner from this sweet little nook is a half bath. There are 2 half baths on the first floor. This one is chock full of vintage personality. Sometimes I even forget that it's a bathroom. The shiplap is painted a wonderful, moody, dark green. It's called Jasper by Sherwin-Williams. And this was my first wallpaper project. This is the room where I taught myself how to hang wallpaper. A bathroom is more challenging, but that's where you learn all the tricks of the trade and how to cut around some very difficult corners. The wallpaper is a lovely floral, very simple, from McGee & Co. The floating shelf was an easy DIY that I did as well. And I love putting great art in any room, even a bathroom. This is honestly one of my favorite rooms in the house, and one of my favorite rooms to decorate for any season. If you followed along to my fall home tours, you will know that this is the room that I lovingly call the reading room. In my house, this is also known as my room, mommy's room. It's also my office. This beautiful piece of furniture over here looks like a leather trunk, but it is actually a secretary desk that folds down, and this is where I work. That piece is from Pottery Barn and is one of my favorite pieces of furniture. The wallpaper is a project that I tackled last summer. William Morris, this is one of his most iconic designs. It's called Snake's Head. And when I saw this pattern, I knew that it would be perfect for this room. This room is chock full of some of my most treasured antiques, most of which I have collected on my many trips to Round Top. If you're not familiar with Round Top, it's a small town here in Texas, about 90 miles from where I live here in Houston. And it showcases the largest antiques fair in the world. Goes on for 2 weeks, every fall and every spring. And it is my favorite place on earth. Most often when people ask me, where did you get this item? The answer is, I found it in Round Top. I like to collect vintage mail bags. As you can see them hanging there. And as is our weather most of the time, unpredictable. Warm today here in Texas, in the Houston area, but supposed to be getting a cold front tonight. I am looking forward to being able to use my fireplace. Going through the reading room, this is a room that used to be used as an office, and I have created a hangout for my kids. It's also where they come and do their homework after school, so I have a desk that's an essential area. And this is the room that we keep our family Christmas tree. That, of course, is decorated with those wonderful homemade crafts and ornaments from school. Ornaments we've collected from taking my girls to see the Nutcracker or on trips that we have been on. The kids get such joy decorating this room, or this tree, I should say, every year. I also love to collect vintage Christmas ribbon and decided this year to showcase it here. This is usually where I keep treasures that I've collected on trips, and I packed those away for the season so I could display some of my favorite Christmas ribbon and vintage Santas. fun room for the kids. How the layout of the house works. This house was built in 1981 when they were first starting to build custom homes in the area. The reading room used to actually have a sunken down floor and was like an old sunken living room. And this room flooded back in a flood in 1994, and after that flood, we didn't live here at the time, but the floor was raised up. When we did a renovation, when we first moved into the home 8 years ago, this opening now where you can see into the living room was closed up. It was a wall, and we opened it up during that first renovation. You can see how this room flows into the living room. And a view into the entryway. One of my favorite views in the home right now. And then into the kitchen. Let's move into the kitchen. We have a large island that seats 7. And this is where you'll find me and the kiddos eating most nights of the week. We like to gather around here. Some nostalgia in my decorations. This is a nativity set that I grew up with as a child. My mom passed away 20 years ago. This was handed down to me, and it is by far my favorite thing to put out every Christmas. Open shelving in the kitchen, and the shelves are actually made by leftover pieces of wood from the stairs. So I had leftover stair treads and was able to make 6 floating shelves in the kitchen. Again, that's the hand scraped knotty alder. And over here is I guess you could call it a dining area. It's very casual with the rustic table. And here's where you will find my favorite antique piece in the house, which are my ladder back chairs that has this sweet detail of the bird carving. I love birds. Again, given to me, handed down. And it's as if they were meant to be here. We have built-in bench seating that actually lifts up and has storage. I kept my tablescape simple this year. A rustic urn that I got at a local antique shop. Some floral stems. And I decorated it with ornaments with a branch that I picked up off the side of the road. One of the newest additions to the kitchen is this antique pine door that I got at Round Top at the fall show. It was just a little bit too wide and actually a little bit too short. But with a great carpenter and some imagination, we just cut some of the door off the side, added it to the top, and now you have instant character. Such a beautiful piece. As you can tell throughout the home, I use a lot of moody greens. This color is called Roycroft Bronze Green by Sherwin-Williams. And you will see this color again when we go upstairs into my sewing room. I have a love and possibly obsession with vintage rugs. I have them everywhere. This runner is one of my favorites from my favorite rug shop, the Loom House. They're out of Milwaukee, and I have always found exquisite rugs from them. They just have a knack of helping me pick the best rug that suits me, my home, my personality, and that has a story to share. Off of the living room is the main bedroom of the home, my bedroom. I don't do too much decorating for each season in my bedroom. Just some florals, a great smelling candle, adding an extra layer of blankets on the bed. I recently found these wonderful mirrors at my local Home Goods, which added a lot of height to the room. These nightstands, my bedside tables, I get a lot of questions about. I found these over 5 years ago at a local shop not too far from here that has since closed down. So unfortunately, I'm not able to source those, but I sure get a lot of questions about them. They have great storage. I store extra sheets and linens in them. This piece is new to me. I keep saying that I have a favorite antique. I have a few that are my favorite, and this is definitely up there on the list. This dresser from Belgium, or actually it's a dresser and a desk as well, because the top folds down, is so special. More treasures that I got at Round Top this fall. I am a huge fan of mixing patterns, textiles, colors. And here you'll see a glimpse into my bathroom. Again, I told you I will put a vintage rug anywhere, even in my bathroom. I will also hang great art anywhere as well. This oil painting I got at Round Top this past fall, and the other two pieces are from an antique shop here in Houston. Through those double doors is my closet. Walk-in shower. I love the wood wall treatment and the rustic feel that it gives the room. And again, I just bring in some winter stems. Not too much is added into the main bedroom. But just little touches of winter here and there. All right, friends, welcome to the laundry room. This is always a popular room when I post it on my Instagram feed. It's just a cute little laundry room off of my kitchen. During the first renovation of the home, I was able to add some upper and lower cabinets to this back wall. I also carried the same granite that I have throughout the kitchen into the laundry room. Put some lighting below all the cabinets. And I also had leftover tile that I used for the backsplash in the kitchen. So I could create a backsplash here in the laundry room. I absolutely adore this tile. Upper cabinets as well. That's where I store all of my cleaning supplies. And then the shelf above the laundry, the washer and dryer, I should say, was one of my first DIYs that I did when I started my Instagram account. Of course, you could use it to store laundry pods or cleaning supplies. Personally, I just like to decorate it. I kind of changed that part out for the seasons. But it just kind of hides that ugly eyesore of where all the appliances get plugged in, so. I have these woven shades throughout the home. They are from Select Blinds. I don't have a liner on the back of them. I like the way that the light pours in through the shade, adds some texture. And I also love putting a lamp in every room, even my kitchen and my laundry room. Here is a sweet little moment that I have upstairs outside of my kids' rooms. All of my children's rooms are upstairs. Here's a little tree that my kids like to decorate. As you can tell, I let them be as creative as they would like. I have this great dresser from 18th century Belgium that sits outside of this kind of landing area at the top of the stairs. And up here outside of their room are pieces of art that I have given to them over the years. It's just a special moment between me and my kiddos. I write them a letter, kind of talk about what the piece of art represents. And I've carried the juniper swag all the way up the stairs. Just a look of down to the second floor. We do have that large 2-story opening upstairs. And the 2-story wall is an opportunity of where I have a moment that's dedicated to my family. These canvases are 30 by 30. Had them printed in black and white. They are from Canvas on Demand and really helped me fill up the space. You can hear in the background packages being delivered. It is that time of year. All right, everybody, we're gonna wrap up the tour with one of my favorite rooms in the house. I did mention, all of my kids' rooms are upstairs. We do have my son's bathroom doubles as the guest bathroom upstairs. I don't have any decorations in here. I hope to talk about this more, hopefully on a spring tour, and showcase my kids' bedrooms. We also had our pool was refinished this year. I do a lot of gardening, but right now I want to show you, this is my space. This is what my kids call the sewing room. Although I don't sew as much as I used to anymore. I do make Halloween costumes for my kiddos. But now I use this space to watercolor. I'm teaching myself how to watercolor. I've added a few decorations up here for winter. This space is reclaimed attic space. Again, I carried that moody green color that you saw in the kitchen, the Roycroft bronze green from Sherwin-Williams. I carried it all the way up to the ceiling. Don't be afraid to use a dark color on the ceiling. It makes for such a cohesive look, and I think warms up the space. This is where I paint. I store all of my paint brushes in these antique jars that I got from Round Top, from one of my favorite shops, East End Village. This desk is also 19th century cherry. Makes the perfect, I shouldn't say it's a desk, more like a table to paint on. But just look at the patina. So just a spot that I organize all of my supplies. A vintage art case, also from Round Top, also from East End Salvage. What I love about this piece is that the artist painted inside of his box and still have his old oil paints. To have that history, my goodness, that's so special to me. I painted up here last night, as a matter of fact. It's just where I come to unwind, to give myself some self-care. This room is going to see a few changes coming up. I have a beautiful black velvet couch that's going to be going in here, so that it's also a sleeper sofa, so that I can use this room for guests when my family comes to visit. I've mentioned several times my love for vintage rugs. I have so many, I've got them rolled up in the corner. But I love that because to me, it's like having art over there. And then when I change my mind, as I often do, I have pieces that I can choose from. As I wrap up the tour today, I just want to thank you guys for welcoming me onto this channel and for how much you support me. I know that my home is not a traditional farmhouse, and that's what I love about Holly's channel, is that it showcases all different kinds of homes. I think what's important to remember is that you stay true to who you are, that your home should be filled with things that you love, that sparks you joy. If I were to give any piece of advice, I would just offer that there are no design rules. The only rule is that you should love it, should function well for you and your family, and that when you walk in your door, you should truly feel like you are coming home. We'll see you guys in the spring. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. From my home to yours.
Thank you so much to Kim for opening up her beautiful home today to share with us for the Christmas season. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys later on Living It Country. Bye.